Whatever your mind is feeling, whatever you are feeling, your mind is saying yes to it. That is the goal you're setting for your subconscious mind to target at. If you are somebody who find that, oh, I'm always criticizing myself, I'm too hard on myself, I criticize whatever I do, or no matter what I do, I'm never happy with myself, or I'm telling myself constantly that I need to work harder, I need to work harder, I need to do more, I'm not doing enough. If you feel that you do this a lot or sometimes, then this message is ready for you. Let me share with you what happened to me. I had this constant battle, I would say, with myself, that no matter how hard I worked, no matter what I did, I would tell myself, I need to work harder, I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing enough. And I stayed in that cycle for such a long time. And what I felt was that when I was doing that, my results were not changing. It was almost like a proof for me. I found myself in this cycle, right, where I would just say, oh, I need to work harder, I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing enough. And then my results wouldn't show that anything is happening. And I would say to myself that, look, I'm so hard on myself. The fact that I'm so hard on myself, my results were not showing up. And that was a proof of what I was saying, right? That you're not working hard, you need to do more, criticizing myself. And my results were the proof of that I need to work harder. I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. And that resulted in almost like a vicious cycle where I would tell myself I would work really, really hard, first of all. And I would tell myself, I need to work harder, I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing enough. And then my results would show that. Despite so much hard work and commitment and all that thing, I couldn't see the result. And then I would say, look, I was right, I need to work harder. And then I would try to work harder. And this was like working so hard, not getting anywhere, trying so hard, not getting anywhere. And then one day I remember this moment, which was literally, that moment changed my life. I asked this question in a training. It was a really nice training. I don't remember who it was, but I asked this question that it was, I think, something on manifestation. And I asked this question that, how can I make sure that I'm working enough? I'm working and doing what I need to do. That lady asked me that, why would you say that you're not doing what you need to do? I said, because I always feel that I'm not doing enough. I need to do more. I need to do more. I have this all the time. I'm constantly looking for what I need to do more, and I need to work harder. And she said to me, what if you are working enough? What if you don't even have to work this hard? What if whatever you're doing is more than enough? What if it's already here? What if you're telling yourself that you're not working hard and you need to do more? You're actually resisting the thing that you need. You're resisting the thing that you truly desire. You're resisting your manifestation. It's like your manifestation is here. You have created it in your 4D, in another dimension, and it's already like you have the thing is there, it's coming into your 3D, and then you're telling yourself constantly that I need to work hard, I need to work hard. And it's almost like it's coming, but you're blocking it. She said that to me, and I was blown away. I said, yes, all these years I'm blocking it, I'm resisting it. And then I started meditating on this, doing research, and my research just kept going on and on, because this thing is so close to my heart, because this was one of my biggest pain points. I actually found, and this is really, really important, if you feel this way, then this is such a pivotal information. This will change everything for you, like it did for me. Your mind sets a goal of whatever you feel, right? So whatever you feel and believe is a goal for your mind, right? And I told myself, I'm not working hard. My mind gave me more of working hard and not doing enough. Working hard and not being able to get the result. Feeling I was holding on to so tightly and so emotionally involved with became my reality. And when it became my reality, that reality made me feel more and more. So it was a vicious cycle, right? And when it comes to manifestation, God or universe, whatever you believe in, says yes to whatever you feel. So this is a very, almost like a cheat code, right? Or almost like, just the simplest way to understand manifestation is God or universe says yes to whatever you feel. If you're feeling I'm not working hard enough, you'll get more of you're not working hard enough. If you feel, oh, I need to do more, I need to do more, you will constantly attract the situation where you need to do more and you're never getting there. And I was stuck in that vicious cycle for such a long time. And despite trying, doing everything, my mind and what I was attracting were creating, I need to work hard, I'm not doing enough, and constantly beating myself up. I felt like I was my biggest enemy. I felt like no matter what I do, I was never happy. That person who has such high expectation of themselves, and their body and their mind is trying to meet that expectation, and that never gets fulfilled. That's what I was like, right? The key is understanding what are the assumptions you're working with again, right? What are you really holding on to? If you're holding on to the fact that earning money is hard, that's the goal you're planting in your mind. So it's gonna be really hard for you. If you're planting the goal, I'm not good enough, right? This is what you're feeling. That is the goal you're planting. If you're telling yourself, or if you're feeling that life is so difficult, living in this country, whatever it's, whether you live in the US or UK or whatever, is hard, that's going to be a reality. Whatever your mind is feeling, whatever you are feeling, your mind is saying yes to it. That is the goal you're setting for your subconscious mind to target at. And whatever you are feeling, universe or God is saying, sure, yes, yes, yes. This is the simplest rule. When I entertained this idea, in the beginning, I couldn't even entertain the idea that I was working enough, that idea, because I was holding on to this idea so tightly, and I was so emotionally involved with this thing that I'm not working hard enough, I need to do more, and I was constantly finding proof that I need to do more. And when I let it go and fell in love with the idea that I'm enough, and I'm whatever I need to do, I'm doing more than enough, and earning money or attracting money or making a difference got to be easy. It's really easy. In the beginning, it felt like a different language. It felt like the hardest language in the world, although it was English, affirmation, right? But as I got emotionally involved with that idea, and I let it impress me, I let it inspire me, I felt it through, right? I realized that I started getting results. I started getting incredible results. And then I'm at the point where I work probably 100 times less than what I was doing. I was having sleepless nights. I was so hard on myself. I was not sleeping properly. I was so exhausted. Sometimes I used to get annoyed with the kids because I was frustrated and those things. And all of a sudden, by just being myself and really stepping into who I am and flipping my assumptions and really seeing that gets to be easy. And it became easy. It became who I am instead of this is the work I do. It became my identity and something natural, right? Every one of the things I would love for you to really contemplate in your own time is that every level which is out of your comfort zone or your current energetic alignment. When I say energetic alignment, I mean what you're used to right now, right? Every higher level will be uncomfortable, will be hard, and will be ridiculous. But as you normalize it, as you start seeing it in your mind, you start playing with the idea, you feel good about it, you love it, it's gonna become normal. And then you will climb up the ladder of new ideas. If you look at your vision from somebody who has achieved more, right? And I'm not saying anybody's better, we all are same. I always say this, we all are the part of this one big mind, this consciousness. But if there is somebody who has done more so far, if you look at your vision or your goal from their perspective, it's small, right? If I look at my goals from Mark Zuckerberg's perspective, they might be small, right? Why is that? Because it's all relative. That a very tall building could be smaller in terms of as compared to the tallest building, right? It's always relative. Whatever you're doing is not hard. It is just hard as compared to your previous level. If you shift your perception, and even you can go to and look, we have this power that we can shift our perception and we can go to any perception we want, right? So if you look at your goal from God or universe perception, and if you see like Milky Ways and galaxies and whatnot running, and we are literally a dot in this on this planet, like a smallest dot. If you look from that perspective, your goal looks like, oh, what is it? Oh, it is the easiest thing in the world, right? So we have this power to shift in any perception. We can change our perception, right? I love what Wayne Dyer used to say, that when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change, right? I would love to give here an example that it was Winston Churchill who was trying to solve a problem for the country, for United States, and he was stuck. Like, he was so stuck. and he couldn't come up with the answer. He was losing his mind. And all of a sudden, he told his people that I'm going out. I'm just going outside. And he went outside and looked in the sky, and he kept looking, and then he found the answer. He found a very inspired answer. And he came inside, and he was so relaxed. He was happy that he found the answer. And people asked him that, what just happened? You just went out. What happened? He said that I looked at my problem from God's perspective. So I shifted my perception to God's perception and looked at my problem. It seemed like a tiny dot and a tiny planet, right? And I, all of a sudden, when I raised my frequency, when I raised my awareness, the answer came, right? Whatever you are doing can be easy, can be hard, depends on what you make out of it, right? There is nothing which is absolute hard. There is nothing which is absolute easy. It's all relative, okay? And whatever you make out of it, it's gonna be your reality. So what if you choose a ridiculous, a crazy idea, a crazy belief and that might sound lie to you right now because your 3D or your reality doesn't show it, right? It doesn't reflect that. But what if you entertain that idea and you play with it and normalize it? So the amount of money you want to attract in your life, what if you normalize a new level and that in your mind you see yourself attracting that money every single month to the point that it becomes very normal, right? Think about the things maybe 10 years ago, the thing you're doing right now, 10 years ago they would have been too big, but now they're like, yeah. So how can we quantum leap and collapse time? When mentally we shift our perception, we start operating on a higher frequency, we start looking at a bigger possibilities, so we take that mental jump and we normalize a new level of heights, right? And when we reprogram our mind like that, we quantumly reprogram our mind. That means we are taking a big leap, right? That jump, and for our mind that thing is very normal, right? That's when our 3D and our 3D follows, right? Start attracting at that level on that frequency, and we start acting on that at that level. What if we believe today that whatever we are doing is more than enough? What if we believe today that we are more than enough? What if we believe today that earning money or achieving your big crazy vision gets to be really easy, right? And when you entertain these ideas, they're going to become your reality.